Hello, hello, welcome here. I'm Denise Willerton from Stampin' Chamois or Chamois Creations, all the same thing. I am here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, and I want to welcome you here. Please say hello. Let me know that you're here. Kind of a last minute decision here. I had something already set for my Facebook Live, and I am changing lanes. So, not quite flying by the seat of my pants, but almost. So, again, I want to welcome you here. And please let me know that you're here. Let me know where you're calling from. And because I want to welcome you. So, today, what was it that I had? Oh, I can't tell you what I had in mind for today because I'll do that next week. But today I was wanting to show you waves of inspiration. Okay. Before I start that, I want to just showcase a few of the events that I have coming up. So let me switch the view here for you. Hang tight. And again, please say hi. Don't forget to share. Actually, now that I say that, I guess I wasn't quite ready. I was quickly working on a card order that I have from a local jewelry store that I create for. And I was busy working on that, thinking I was totally ready for my live, but I guess I'm not. So Kathy already shared, so let me add her name. Hello, Marika. Welcome here, my dear. So nice to see your name. Let me grab my pen. So Kathy, thank you for sharing earlier. So there you go. Your name is down for the draw. And again, if you want to share, let me know. Hi, Karen. Welcome here. Let me know where you're calling from. Are you back home? I'm not sure. Am I allowed to ask you that? Hi, Christine. Welcome here. Because I know you were away, and sorry if I'm telling on you here, but anyway, I want to welcome you all here. So the first thing that I want to chat about for a minute is on March the 26th, I am having an all-day an all-day event here at my home. I feed you lunch. I have snacks on the side. I've got coffee and tea happening all day long, and water, or if you would like a bubbly or a bubbly, I have some of that on hand for you as well. We are creating 9 cards. You get a little bit of a swag bag happening here. So included in the price of your class, you receive, I'm reading because I don't know this off by heart. Hi, Sherry, welcome here. So in the swag, you will receive a full pack of polished dots, a full pack of iridescent rhinestone basic pearls. These are stunning, and half a pack, so that's 24 double-sided sheets of the New Horizons 6x6. And thanks, Karen. I will add your name. Thank you for sharing. So we've got 2 people in for the draw so far. So that is on March 26th. And again, that's an all-day event here in my home. Dean is out of town, and I thought, what a perfect time to do that. So I am going to feature, pardon me, Waves of the Ocean today. And so this is happening right now. You can purchase that. Hi, Barb. Thank you. You can purchase Waves of the Ocean from March 1st to May 2nd, and after that, it's gone. It's not heading into the new catalog that comes out at that point. This is just available right now. So I will show you the entire collection as we get going. Okay, and so if you're just interested in the bundle, it's $71. If you're interested in all of that, it's the bundle. It's the DSP, which is beautiful. It's the foil sheets, 12 by 12, 2 of each color. So there's Coastal Cabana, Night of Navy, and Silver in there, and the rhinestones, okay? And so that is, yes, sorry, Barb. The bundle is carrying over into the new catalog. You really need to sign up, sweetheart. You really do. The bundle is carrying over in the new catalog. That's what I meant to say. But the entire suite is not. So the paper, the foil, and the rhinestones will not be. Thank you for clarifying that, Barb. Another thing that is happening right now, there's a 20% savings on the Baby Boss. So this is the little cut and emboss machine. It's the Baby Boss. It's great for packing up. Dean and I are going on a road trip. Sorry for that loud noise. And so I'm going to be taking this little beauty with me. And there is also stamp sets that are on sale. Okay, so not all of the bundles, not stamp sets, bundles, not all of the bundles, but these bundles featured here are on sale. Okay, so that is that. And what else do we have? On April 19th, I'm not sure if I'm going to do this twice in April, one in home and one virtual, because there is an outside chance that Dean and I are going to be road tripping to BC. Dean has business to do, and so as we're going, we're going to pop in on our children and have a visit. But I am still offering a product-based class. Okay. And I will do this virtually. If I'm out of town, I will do it virtually. If I'm home, I will do it virtually as well as in home. So that is for the month of April. And the cost for that is $60, but that includes the bundle. And I should have brought that forward. Did I? I didn't. Sorry. It includes the stamp set and the punch. It includes your 4 kits and just a happy day of creating. And pardon me, something that I failed to mention also about my all-day event for the birthday card stack is we're going to be playing bingo. So there's door prizes as well. Okay. June, welcome here and thank you for sharing. I've got your name down as well. Okay. So those are the events that I have coming up. Okay. And for the Ladybug Bundle class, I actually have the cards here. Your kit is going to include everything to create these cards, but your kit is also going to include cardstock and vellum in case you want to make the ladybug into a bumblebee. And I will be showing you how to do that at the class. So these are the cards that we're going to be doing for the ladybug / bumblebee class. Okay, so if you want to sign up for that, Jean, darling, welcome here. And thank you for sharing. So if you are interested, let me pull that up. If you are interested in the Ladybug product-based class, let me know as soon as you can so that I can order your Ladybug and your like the bundle for you. If you already have that bundle and you want to take part in that class, just let me know. All you need to do is let me know that you're interested by filling out right down there below. I'm losing my voice. By filling out the form, pardon me, by filling out the form to join that class. And all you would do is you would place an order with a host code for, and here's the host code that you would use. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words here. Where did that go? The host code that you would use is right here to place an order for the same amount of merchandise. So it doesn't need to be the Ladybug Bundle, although you're going to want to have it for your class. So this is providing that you already own it, but you want to take part in the class. Okay. You would place an order for the same dollar amount and just fill out the form and let me know that you're coming. Okay. So that is for that. If you do need to get a hold of me, if you have more questions, this is where I can be reached. Okay. So basically my name at gmail.com. If you are interested in the birthday stack and all the swag that goes with it, and just a super fun all-day event here. 2 games of bingo, door prizes, etc. This down below is where you would find the form to sign up for that. Okay, now let's get on to our card for the day, and let's see if there is anyone else that has signed up. Oh, June, thank you. Yeah, I had a frog in my throat all of a sudden. Dar, don't worry about being late. I'm just happy that you're here. And Sherry, I've added your name to the draw for a prize. So Darlene, welcome here 2 times, once from Facebook, once from YouTube. I think it's so cute that you do that. Okay, so here we go. I want to show you a card that I created. And you know what? I put it away. Hang on, I just found it. Sorry. It's wrapped in cellophane already because somebody won this as a door prize. Okay, so here is a card that here are 2 cards now that I created using the Waves of Inspiration. Okay, so this one was the door prize last week from my live, and I am featuring it again today. Wow, say that fast 10 times. I can't talk today. Carol, welcome here. So nice to see your name, and thank you for sharing. I might have to pull out more shares. And this one here is the card that I'm going to be featuring today, but I'm going to change it up even a little bit more. So this is kind of like an evening moonscape. Okay, I'm going to try this again, making it into a sunset. So let's see what happens. But I'm also going to do it. Hopefully I have time, so I need to get to work here. I want to do it also showcasing the Emboss Resist technique. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've stamped it already using my Stamparatus and my new favorite toy, my pressure tool that I use with my Stamparatus. So when I get to this a little bit later, I will show you exactly what this is all about. So, but you know what? I'll tell you right now. So I have arthritis in my thumbs, okay? And some people have carpal tunnel. Some people just don't have a lot of strength in their hands. When you stamp an image, let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So we're going to grab, this is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. I'm going to place that in my Stamparatus. Oh, you know what? I wanted to do something else too. Let's grab the waves. I'm going to show you a little trick here. If you want, see how there's a little bit of a border? Now, if you want the image of this wave right exactly on your paper, the way you want it to present as a card panel, here's what you're going to do. I need to remove this because I'm using red rubber, so I don't need it. And let's just stamp it right on here. Okay, I'm going to grab, I guess it doesn't really matter what I grab, but I'm going to grab Night of Navy. So this is just a trick for precision placement when you're stamping a panel to avoid the empty space, okay? And you're going to grab your pressure tool and you're just going to give this a massage. So this feels so good in my hand. Before I had this tool, and if you're interested, please let me know. I can order one for you, or I can hook you up with the young lady that is selling them. So before I had this beauty, this is what I used. So it's just my Stampin' Mist, and I put one of those furniture felt pads on the bottom of it, and this is how I did it. But I would hold it like this and try to press down. Wasn't the best, but it was better than using my heel and the palm of my hand. But now with this, Now, because I am using my Stamparatus, if I need to stamp this a second time, I can. But I'm not on my panel. I just want to see exactly where the placement is, okay? But now we're going to go ahead and see how I can now place my panel directly where this image stamped, and I know I'm going to be exactly where I want to be. Now with this one, I actually want to go this way. Okay, so I am going to put that down there. I'm going to clean this because I'm doing something different with it. And I don't want that all over my Versamark because we're going to do Emboss Resist, okay? And I wanted to have this ready before class, and I forgot because I got busy working on my card order. Okay, you're going to grab your Versamark. You're also going to grab a piece of, what is this called? Tissue. A piece of, not tissue, what is this? It's called like Bounty. What is that called? I think I need to go back to bed. It's not tissue. And it's not a napkin. It's, I forget the word. You want this just slightly damp, okay? So I'm going to spray it just a little bit. I don't have a lot of moisture on there. Paper towel. Thank you. That's the word. Paper towel. So this is not wet. It's just, oh wow, slightly damp. Let's set that aside. Grab your Versamark. You girls must think I'm crazy. And let's ink this up using Versamark. You're not going to really see it because I'm on basic white. Okay. And let's grab our beautiful precision tool, just like driving a stick shift. I love this tool. It's great. Let's see. Oh, it moved a smidge. No, I've got really good coverage, I can tell. So then what I want to do is, I don't want that nearby because now I'm grabbing some embossing powder, and I'm going to cover this with embossing powder. Let's get this little spoon out without sticking my fingers in it all. Okay, let's just get embossing powder all over what I just stamped. And there's some up there. Okay, dump that back in there, get in there. Here's another, yeah, I can see, I don't know if you can see how, yeah, you can sort of. You can sort of. I'm not used to little containers, but I wanted to maximize space. Now, you know how sometimes, like, I just stuck my hands in some that fell over? Let me show you another trick. If you get yourself one of these felt rollers for fabric, you can clean, and when it stops rolling, you know it's time to clean it. I will do that later, but that is just a fabric roller. Now, let's get this embossed. Sorry for the noise. I don't think this will take too long. Takes a minute for it to heat up, and then away you go. Okay, there we go. It's starting to melt. It looks a little bit shinier once it melts. Kathy, welcome here, my friend. I've got you down for sharing. I don't know if you can see your name there, but it is. We're doing the Emboss Resist technique. So I just embossed on my white panel using white embossing powder and Versamark. And I just got this corner down here. Take a peek. I'm just going to do one more pass through. Now, when you're using your heat tool, if you're not careful, you can actually, you can burn your paper. And I just noticed that that birthday stack invite is still down there. Let me remove that. Hide that. There we go. Okay, back to comments. Okay, so now using my precision tool and my Stamparatus, love it. If you don't have one, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm sounding like Miss Bossy Pants here. If you don't have one, you need one, okay? So now let's grab a piece of scrap paper. Let's also grab a circle. So I pre-cut this. This is 1 3/8 inch. And I am going to put removable tape behind it. You can get this at big box stores. This is removable. And that's what I like to use, either that or a Post-it note. And if I place this about there, let's make another evening scene. And then if I have time, I will do, with this panel that has already been stamped, I'll do a sunset. And let's see what that looks like. Okay, we're going to grab our Night of Navy, and we're going to grab our blending brush. Okay. I have not, you know what? I just want to touch this. If you gently touch, you can tell if you have melted all of your embossing powder. And I have. You always want to start off and roll on. And I'm going to start up in the corner here. And actually, you know what? I wanted to start with a different color for my water. So let's get this brush cleaned off a little bit. Okay, that's pretty decent. And let's grab Bermuda Bay. And I'm just going to go over where my water is for now, just to kind of get some blue in where that white embossing powder is. And you're going to see the Emboss Resist technique come to life. Say that fast 10 times. Emboss Resist. So I am just in circular motions, picking up some Bermuda Bay, starting off and rolling onto my panel. I'm trying to stay in where I have embossed already. And it's okay if you go up over a little bit more. So let's do that. It's going to become part of the sky anyway. Okay. Now we're going to take our not very damp paper towel. It's just a smidge wet. Just a smidge. And let's wipe some of this off. See how there's a difference where I wiped and where I haven't, okay? So that my paper towel is closer to dry than it is to wet, okay? So this is called the Emboss Resist technique. Now there's so many beautiful cards out there using this stamp set. And I saw what I'm working on. I saw that on someone's post or YouTube. I don't even remember where I saw it. So I'm staying fairly close to what I saw, but I can't remember where it was. I'm so sorry, whoever it is that I am sharing. I'm going to flip that over. I want to start clean. June, it's such a nice technique. Now, on purpose, I want to stay darker in here, okay? Whoops. Did you see what I just did? I stuck my finger in my stamp pad. Hello. Okay, here we go. Roll off and roll on. And let's get some of our sky happening. Roll off and on. I do want a nice dark coverage up here. I'm going to keep this area right here. I'm going to keep it white on purpose. Well, not totally white, but mostly. Just a smidge around my moon. We all have our favorite techniques, right? And I have to say that one of my, and I don't use it all the time, obviously, because not every stamp set works with it. But one of my most favorite techniques is using like a sunset look or a moonscape look, using a circle and blending brushes. My most favorite technique. Absolutely. And also embossing powder, if I'm allowed to choose two. What is your favorite technique? I'm curious, because that might help me plan some more Facebook Lives. Love to know what your favorite technique is. Get a little bit darker up in this corner on purpose. I think I'm just about where I want to be. Nice and dark in that corner. I love this technique too, Kathy. Have you done it a fair bit? Just a little bit more. Okay, drum roll, please. Let's remove the moon. Let's remove the moon and see what happens. Here we go. This is just, my moon is just, I used my 1 3/8 inch circle punch, and I just used computer paper. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? Now, there's so many amazing pieces in the dies, okay? Let me showcase some of them. I'm not sure that I'm going to actually add anything more to this other than maybe birds. So there's clouds, and those were pre-done. So what that is, and I used adhesive sheets. You all know that I'm a fan of adhesive sheets. These are the clouds. So this is the cloud here, and this, once that's cut, goes in there to kind of give that cloud dimension. So here is the larger cloud with some dimension. And here is, and see, there's one of the little pieces. Here is the smaller one. Excuse me, with that dimension on it as well. And then there are these little birds. Now this one I cut out using the foil. Let me find another foil one. Oh, I don't know if I have enough foil ones, because I for sure want to be in 3s. There's another foil. And oh, and there is another one. There we go. So there's three of the birds. So when I remove my adhesive backing, I don't dig in, but I kind of go sideways and try to encourage the backing to come off. I don't know if you saw what I just did, but I'll be doing it again. And then if I just attach that to my Take Your Pick tool, I can decide where I want it. Let's put one there. Same thing, sideways dig, which lifts it right up just beautifully. Get that off of there. And I don't want to touch it too much. Let's put one close to the wave. And of course, we want to work in threes. Like so. And let's have this guy going that way. I don't want to cover too much of my white, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a 4 by 5 1/4 panel. Here are the dimensions that I used, just in case you want them, okay? And they're the same on all the cards. Let's get that down. Now, when you're using Tombow, you don't need a lot. I usually try to do a thin line when I'm on a panel, but if I'm just on a smaller piece and you tend to use too much liquid glue, a good little rhyme to remember is dot, dot, not a lot. Okay, let me remove the dimensions now. And I want to place this down here to give it a little massage. Thank you so much, Jean. This is such a lovely technique, okay? And so now that would go down on a card panel, okay? And I am giving it a little bit of a bigger border. That's why I went with 4 by 5 1/4 on my Night of Navy, okay? Because now I've got this a little bit of a larger basic white border on the opposite side of the panels that we just created. Okay, now you can, I love it just this way, but we would need a sentiment. But I want a small sentiment. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do what I did before. Let's grab our happy birthday, and I'm going to show you another little thing that I love to do. I'm going to clean this Versamark off of here. There's my Stampin' Mist right there. This is just an old Norwex body cloth. I sell Norwex, and so when I'm done with my cloth for my face or my body, rather than throwing it out, they work beautifully in my studio, because when I clean my stamps, it cleans them beautifully. They're lint-free after and everything. So remove that. Yeah, my other little side gig is Norwex. So if you ever do want something, let me know. I think I've got, well, you know what? In my scrap stash, I have a thin, here we go, right here. And that's why I like to keep that close by. Let's get happy birthday down. I want to give it a chance to dry a little bit. Thanks, June. I love these colors as well. Let's grab our little precision tool. I don't need a whole lot, pardon me, of pressure with this being just a small little stamp. But I want to set that aside. I do want to give it a minute to dry, okay? It's probably dry, but sometimes when I think it is, and then I go to pick up and cut it and put adhesive on it, next thing I know, I have smeared my sentiment a little bit, which is very annoying for me. While that is happening, let's carry on with this card, okay? Now let's do this one as a sunset, and I'll show you how I make that happen. Do I want 1 3/8? Sure. Let's go with 1 3/8 again. So I will put that about right there. Again, I still have removable adhesive behind that. You always want to also make sure that when you do remove this, that there's no removable adhesive left on your moon or your sun, depending on what it is that you're creating. So I like to start with the lightest. So I'm going to go Daffodil Delight, Pumpkin Pie, and Mary Merlot. I also need some blue in there. Okay, so we're going to go with Night of Navy. But I want to start with my Daffodil Delight. And I hope, yeah, that should stay. Let's start with Daffodil Delight, and again, off and rolling on. And I don't really have like a system with exactly what I do, because every card ends up being a little bit different. When we were coming home from the lake house a couple of weekends ago, there was this incredible sunset, and I was like, oh my goodness, there's a card. I need to remember this. I took a picture, but of course, the pictures never, ever do justice. Okay, so that I'm thinking is good. Let's grab our pumpkin pie. I kind of hesitated. I was wondering if I should try something a little bit lighter, but you know what? Let's just go for it. I just want to make sure that I don't have residue of other color on there. And so I am rolling on and going over a little bit of my Daffodil Delight, but wanting to introduce a new color and to give it its own space. Okay. And I'm going to go down below as well. It's the sky, right? And the sky always looks different. It's never the same 2 days in a row. So there's no real rule. It bugs me when this happens, and I know it's me, and I'm not sure on the why. Okay, so there's the orange on there. So paper pumpkin. Let's pull in a little bit of Mary Merlot. There you go, Dar. Makes sense. Makes sense. This is probably one of my most favorite techniques. And again, you don't use it all the time because you can't have a sunset on every card. Let's pull in some Mary Merlot. Whoopsie, I got a real straight line happening there. Let's see if we can correct that a little bit. I think this is going to look really nice. And now, you know what? I think I want to, well, let's see what happens here. Let's grab our blue and our Night of Navy. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Going to get some blue up in the corner here. I know I thought of, what did I say, Barb? I thought I said pumpkin pie. I was thinking that I would, that I could have used Cajun craze as well. Let's get some blue into our sky. Trying to pull the colors together as well. And I'm okay if I'm a little bit darker right up here in the corner. That kind of, when you do that, what happens is it sort of gives it more dimension as well. When you have one corner that's a little bit darker, then you have this real dimensional look happening. Paper pumpkin. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Barb. I'm sorry. I am not sure. So we've got a little bit darker here in the corner. And I am going to, here's where I was thinking in my head, fingers crossed, I was thinking of adding a little bit of the Night of Navy down there, but I'm really hesitant. Really hesitant. You know what I think I'm going to do here is, you said paper pumpkin. Oh, and not pumpkin pie. Of course I did. Thank you. Of course I did. Good thing I've got you taking care of me. I'm going to grab Pacific Point. So there is Pacific Point in these waves. I try not to pull too many colors in. Let's get a little bit of this Night of Navy off so it's not infecting my Pacific Point. And I'm going to, fingers crossed, girls, here we go. Here's nothing. Okay, we're good. And I am just rolling up a little bit past these waves to pull some blue in there. Ooh, liking it. Liking it. Okay, who is ready for the reveal? Who is ready for the reveal? There we go. I like that better, just a little more. What time is it? I need to be watching the time as well because I don't want to keep you all day. So because this is Pacific Point, oh, do I have a Pacific Point panel? I do. Look at that. I love my little organizing of that. Do I want Pacific Point on that? You know, I don't know if I do. I think I might want Night of Navy again to pull the sky in more. I think I prefer that. Okay, here we go with the reveal. Now, see how bright that is? This is not the moon, this is the sun. So this is what you do. You do a little bit of reverse sponging. Now that I've removed this, look how pretty that is. I love that. Now that I've removed that, let's get some Daffodil Delight and let's roll that onto our sun. And do I want it a smidge darker? You don't want to pounce on it. You still need to start by rolling off and coming onto it. Okay, there we go. And now if you take, I don't know if I have one handy. If you take a sponge dauber, and let's grab this one right here. And if I go to my pumpkin pie and I just pick up on the corner and kind of swipe through my sun like so. You know how sometimes you kind of have this sort of, I don't know, cloud effect or something happening on your sky or on your sun during a sunset? Let's grab some Mary Merlot and do the same thing. So I'm trying just to put it on the corner. Haze, good word. And that would be too much, but you know what? Quit while you're ahead, Denise. Because it's such a dark color. So look, isn't that fantastic? And this is kind of what I saw in the sky. I saw these lines, and now I'm putting too many. I saw these lines in the sky like that when we were on our way home. And I'm like, oh, am I going to remember? And so as I was watching the sunset, I'm thinking if I took a sponge dauber and just went on the edge, I can maybe give it that effect. Now, I I was a little too excited. I don't like this one right here. I shouldn't have done that. I would have been okay with just the rest of this. But this is sort of what the sky looked like. I can't put it down, Denise. Put it away, and then you won't be tempted to grab it more. Okay, so now if I take that and put that on a panel, and then put that on a card base, like so, and then finish it off with a sentiment. I can add some of the birds in there, or I can add, I don't know if I would want, if I did add the clouds, I would like, see how stark that is? I would for sure want to sponge those and do, and change those up a little bit. But because this is primarily a sunset, I wouldn't bother with the clouds, but I for sure would the birds. So again, dig into the side. These ones are not with the foil paper. And that one is, but I don't think I've got, there's two more right in there. I kind of pre-stashed all of this. Now you could even add dimensionals and put this little guy right here. Like, what's wrong with that, right? So let's do that. And then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with my happy birthday. And I will finish up these cards when I'm off camera. And so even the ones that are not finished, ladies, they are part of the draw. Yeah, you know what? That's what I am going to do with my last one, Barb. So thank you for that reminder. If I put this guy right here, like so, it kind of hides that one area that I was kind of like, should have stopped. So thank you for that. Let's grab some dimensionals. Coming to the end of this one. But do you see how, am I in camera? Do you see how I cut them all up so that I use every ounce? Put that one up here. I like to be well dimensional because I don't want this guy going anywhere. Let's put that one right here, and I want a little one on his head because I don't want his head caving in. So if I cut that in half, so we've got just a little bit, and you don't want it sticking out. Remove the backing, and I will finish this card, I promise. I just want that right on the edge. So this kind of gives you a visual of what that would look like. Isn't that stunning? I love it. I love it. Okay, so now back to this. I know this is dry for sure. I love doing this technique as well. You're going to take your happy birthday, you're going to cut it in half. And I'm not worried about being super straight with this. So there's my happy. And let's get, where did my birthday go? Let's get rid of that so you're not looking at that. So, I mean, I'm trying to be straight, but I'm not, you know, super meticulous about it. Like so. And now I want those. Do I want that directly on the card like this, or do I want those paneled? You know what? I don't think I want these paneled because there's so much already happening. I feel like if so what I'm talking about is if I took a little piece of Night of Navy cardstock and made a little border around these words. And you can do that. That's what I did on the other card that I showed you right here. But I don't want to do it. See how I kind of framed them? I don't want to do it again. I want these all by themselves. So now I want real thin strips because I don't want any of that poking through, like so. Let's grab our Take Your Pick tool, remove that backing, decide where I want that. The backing for the happy isn't right on, it hasn't been removed. That's what I'm trying to say. Thanks, Karen. You don't want to take, when you've created a piece of art, sometimes you need to remember less is more. Now, do I want, help me place these, ladies. Do I want the birthday going through the moon a little bit? Like, do we like this? Or should I be doing something else? I will let you decide while I clean my table a little bit. Then I will add the lovely people that shared. And even if you didn't share, yes, on the moon. Okay, Kathy, way to be quick on that. So, of course, birthday's going to happen before happy. And so there's birthday and there is happy. Now, this card, you know how sometimes creating a masculine card just seems to be a little more difficult? Isn't that stunning? I love this. Love, love, love this. Okay, so this is card number 1, number 2, and I will put it together, and number 3. And what I've done with this one was I featured these dies and I cut them using the foil that came in the suite, and I layered them on top of each other. So one of the foils is Coastal Cabana, the other foil is Night of Navy, and so I stamped this background image using Night of Navy on Whisper White, on basic white panel. I did my moonscape. This is all Night of Navy. I've got a little bit of Coastal Cabana behind here that I sponged. And then I put down my Coastal Cabana foil first. And then I put the Night of Navy on top of that. I stamped the happy birthday that I got from this stamp set. And then when I cut that out, this is what I used. And that comes from that same die, okay, or the same bundle. So this is the waves dies. So you have 2 image or 2 sentiment panels. You've got 2 of the waves, different sizes. Here's my crane on my stump. Here's 2 clouds, and here's 2 cloud insets, and the birds. The bird die is also in this, and oh, where are they? I will find them. They're probably in my cut emboss machine. Yes, it's a pelican, not a stork. I think I said stork, but it's a pelican, and I know that because I know pelicans. There are pelicans at the Half Moon in Lockport, and there's also pelicans at our lake. So, oh, Dar, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to tempt you, but I think I am. This is kind of like one of those, ooh, I think I have to have that. Let me share a window. Here we go. Because I want you to see your names coming onto the wheel of names. Now, Kathy's name is there already. She always shares when I say, hey, I'm going live, come and join me. And so I add her name at that point. So Barb and Karen and June. And so if you don't, whoops, sorry, June, if you don't see your name, please let me know. And Sherry and Jean, if you did share, and Carol. Okay, so those are the names: Kathy, Barb, Karen, June, Sherry, Jean, Cheryl. I'm coming back because I can't see when I'm in this screen. And let me know if anybody else shared that I missed. And I'll give you about 30 seconds because it takes about that long for the comments to catch up. And I will add your name. Where did I put my Tombow? I was going to put this together. I always put my Tombow back in this little cup. And does anybody see my Tombow? Don't know. That is so weird. Did it fall? I'll have to finish that card in a minute. I'm assuming everybody's name is in there. So there's the wheel. Let's go back and let's give that. I'm going to give the names a shuffle, and I'll shuffle them again. And here we go. Let's spin to see our winner. Drum roll, please. And the winner is Carol. Carol, you won. You haven't won in a while, so nice to see your name pop up. So Carol, let me know. Let me remove that. There we go. Carol, let me know which card you would want, okay? So this one, which I, whoops, this one, which I promise I will put together, okay? There we go. That one, I promise I will put that together if you want it. So it's the one with the pelican sitting on it. This one, which is the moonscape, okay? And this one, which is the moonscape, but with the foil waves, okay? Carol, if you could let me know which one you want. I don't know if you're still here, but I will track you down if you're not, okay? So ladies, thank you so much for popping by. My hour is up. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. If you want to join in any of my classes, don't hesitate. So I've got my birthday stack coming up at the end of March. I've got my product base bumblebee / ladybug class coming up in April. The one with the pelican, and I will, yes, Carol, I've got your address already, okay? So I'm going to put that together, Carol, and I will pop that in the mail for you, okay? Let me pull your name out, which is what I like to do. So anyway, thank you so much for popping by, ladies. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Enjoy your Thursday. The weekend is almost upon us. I hope you have a wonderful weekend with your family and your friends. Bye now.